Sexual practices in Eritrea. African tribe located in the Horn of Africa. Eritrea is a country with a storied past, a diverse cultural heritage, and breathtaking landscapes that seamlessly blend the rugged beauty of Africa with the charm of the Mediterranean, from the sun-kissed Red Sea coast, where crystal-clear waters lap against coral reefs, teeming with marine life, to the rugged highlands where ancient villages cling to mountainsides and traditional communities practice timeless ways of life. Eritrea's unique blend of African, Arab, and Italian influences has created a fascinating nation, with a strong sense of national identity forged in the fires of independence and a resilient people who have weathered centuries of colonialism, conflict, and hardship. Eritrea is a country that seamlessly blends tradition with modernity, where ancient customs and cutting-edge technology coexist in a vibrant tapestry of contrasts. As you delve into the heart of Eritrea, you will discover a land of captivating beauty, proud people, and enduring traditions, where the warmth of African hospitality meets the passion of Italian flair, and the tranquility of the Red Sea coast gives way to the vibrant rhythms of Asmara. One of Africa's most charming capital cities, Eritrea's sexual landscape is as complex as it is intriguing, and these sexual practices are shaped by the country's cultural, social, and religious norms. Here are some sexual practices in Eritrea. African Tribe 1. Virginity is a highly valued and sensitive issue in Eritrean culture, particularly for women. The concept of virginity is deeply rooted in traditional values, social norms, and religious beliefs. In some cultures, a woman's virginity is often seen as a reflection of her family's honor and reputation. Virginity is considered a prerequisite for marriage, and women who lose their virginity before marriage may face difficulties finding a husband. Women who are not virgins may face social stigma, ostracism, and even rejection by their families. In some communities, virginity testing is practiced, where a woman's virginity is checked by a traditional healer or elder. In some regions, infibulation, a form of female genital mutilation, is practiced as a way to preserve virginity. Both Christianity and Islam, the dominant religions in Eritrea, emphasize the importance of chastity and virginity. Religious leaders often interpret scriptures to emphasize the value of virginity and the consequences of premarital sex too. Homosexuality. Homosexuality in Eritrea is a highly sensitive and taboo matter. Eritrean society is deeply conservative, with strong influences from Christianity and Islam, which often view homosexuality as immoral or unnatural. Homosexuality is not explicitly criminalized in Eritrea, but the country's penal code does contain provisions that can be used to prosecute individuals for same-sex relationships. Article 600 of the Penal Code states that anyone who commits an act of indecency or immorality with another person of the same sex can be punished with up to 10 years in prison. Eritrean society is highly intolerant of homosexuality, with many people viewing it as a Western import or a threat to traditional values. LGBTQ individuals often face persecution, harassment, and violence, with some even fleeing the country to escape persecution. The Eritrean government has been criticized for its treatment of LGBTQ individuals, with reports of arbitrary arrests, detention, and torture. The government has also been accused of failing to protect LGBTQ individuals from violence and discrimination. Despite the challenges, there are some organizations and activists working to promote LGBTQ rights in Eritrea. These groups often operate in secret due to the risks of persecution and harassment. 3. Forced marriage. Forced marriage is a significant concern in Eritrea, particularly for women and girls. Forced marriage is common in Eritrea, especially in rural areas. According to the United Nations, approximately 40% of girls are married before the age of 18. Families may force their daughters to marry older men for financial security. Arranged marriages are common, and refusing a marriage proposal can bring shame to the family. Limited access to education, particularly for girls, increases the likelihood of forced marriage. During times of conflict, women and girls may be forced into marriage as a means of survival. Girls forced into marriage are more likely to experience early pregnancy and childbirth complications. Forced marriage often leads to early school dropout and limited economic opportunities. Women in forced marriages are more vulnerable to domestic violence and abuse. Forced marriage can result in long-term psychological trauma and emotional distress. 4. Prostitution is legal in Eritrea and regulated according to official figures. There are 2,000 prostitutes in the country who are banned from operating near hospitals, schools, and church. Women who engage in prostitution with foreigners are arrested. Prostitution was encouraged with the advent of Italian racial laws by the authorities and discouraged mixed marriages between indigene and Italians. Prostitution is common in bars and brothels. Some of these women are forced into prostitution, while others are into prostitution because of poverty. In conclusion, sexual practices in Eritrea are a complex and multifaceted phenomenon shaped by the country's unique cultural, social, and religious landscape. As Eritrea continues to evolve and modernize, it will be fascinating to see how sexual attitudes and practices change, particularly among younger generations. One thing is certain, however, Eritrea's sexual landscape will remain a captivating and thought-provoking topic of exploration and discovery. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more.